Okay, so the last part of this build is going to be the backpack. It's called the Jet Scrander. Rander with the Jet Scrander. Jet Scrander. Did I say that right? Okay, fair enough. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this part here. Let's put these two together. There's some amazing detail on this. I feel like I'm holding a weapon. So put that there. This one I can seal up completely, I guess, because I'm not going to take this apart to paint it. There we go. Make sure this thing is all the way in. There we go. There's some part here that's not going through. Oh, there we go. Just bend it in. I'll review it later on, and I have to put some glue in between and seal it up. I haven't put any glue on this kit yet, so I think this is going to be the exception to the rule. Alright, so that's done. Alright, so one is a little longer, this one's a little, this has a perfect curvature. This one has a curvature, but then it breaks there, so you want to keep that down this way. And then we will take these two parts here, or is it this one? We take that one, put that here, like so. Then we take, let's see here, the notch is going in the opposite direction. I think that was the other way around. We'll find that soon enough. So we'll put that here, and close that up like so. Interesting. Hopefully I did this right, but we'll figure it out. We have the other part here. Put this here. I know someone's going to scream at me saying, no, you did it wrong. And then looking at this right, yeah, that goes there, this goes here, alright, come on, stay still. It doesn't matter what position you do it, it looks identical. Okay, am I doing this right or wrong or whatever? I think I got it. Yeah. Alright, so the wings are done. Now we have this part here with this thruster part going this way. This one going here. Okay, you know what? That does not go there. That goes here. And you know what? There's a polycap. I didn't realize that until now. Number 1. Polycap number 1. I thought we were done with it. But guess not. So here's one here, one there. I believe like that. This one here. Bring that in here like that. And that one in here. Oh my God. I thought I was done with something this huge, and now we're on this huge kit. So now we got that one there and that one there. And now anyway. Didn't realize this, but okay. Then we have the thrusters that will kind of close up the deal for these two parts. And then we have this one. Ooh, I didn't realize that until now. Ooh, oh. Alright, pop that out. Alright, you know what? So this is good to know, because I also have to realize that this is going to be, I have to take this apart later on for painting. But let's just put these two parts together. And like I said before, I may have to make the holes a little bigger, so that way I can put it in easily, and then I'll just glue them on once I finish painting. There we go. Now that part is done. But on this side, you put on the yellow wing here, and this little yellow detail part here, like so. And according to this, the last part is this part, followed by, you guys see the orientation, so that one goes here, that one goes there, and then this one goes here. Alright, this is actually to be placed here. Alright. So the jet strander is now complete. This, of course, goes in the chest part of the Mazinger, but we'll put that on later on. Let's prepare the table for the assembly of the Mazinger and see how this big boy looks. Alright, let's put this massively big kit together and see how it looks. And I'm going to have to adjust this camera every now and then just so we can get a better view of how big this kit is. So first up, I'm going to assemble the legs. Just bring that up a bit. I think I'm doing it right, but that goes here. That goes there. that part is done. And now we go here. Put that there. Put that here. Put you there. There you go. And connect him to this all the way. And then I'm going to adjust the camera a bit. Whoops. So I can capture this part here. Then we have the little thingy that you're supposed to fly around. Then you fold this up. And then you plop them in there like so. And there you have it. There you goddamn have it. Alright. Let's redo this camera. Hold on. So if I do all this. Hold on, I gotta get my Manfredo to adjust itself so I can see the whole monstrosity that is Mazinger. I don't even want to do a close-up at this moment. But there you have it. Wow. Absolutely humongous. I'm gonna have to bring another lamp around here. This is amazingly huge. This is technically, without a doubt, the biggest robot kit that I have ever built, other than my perfect grade kits, and of course the biggest model kit that I ever built, other than my 1/500th scale space battleship Yamato. And the detail is crazy. This, okay, I'm kind of dating myself here, so I'm going to let you guys know. This reminds me back in the late 70s to early 80s. Remember the Shogun Warrior line of figure kits? Not kits, they were toys actually. The Shogun Warrior toys, where there were these, you know, the Shogun Warriors from Marvel Comics, which was basically the Mazinger, the Combator, I think it is. I forgot the others. And then of course they made the Godzilla one, where it was around that height. Seeing this reminds me of the original Mazinger figure, which, you know, it was a rigid type figure where you have to lift up its arms and fire the rockets and whatever gimmicks it had. But this is ridiculously far better than what I remember. So seeing this is a big joy for me, and I'm glad that I built this. It's massive. Oh my god! Hold on, I'm going to see if I can readjust the camera again to a different angle this time. There we go. I have to get myself a new lamp to show this off. Or I actually do. I just need to put it here, but I haven't done it yet. But let's put that. Let me see if I can put this on the backpack type setup, where I believe you remove this part here, and then you have this huge thing. Goes in like that. Then you close up the belt, And then we have the yellow part that goes right there to seal it up. That's actually ingenious right there. Good idea. And then I'm going, you know what? There was something that I forgot to do, and maybe because I'm lazy. Oh yeah. Where's the other hand? I can't find the other hand for this, the other fisty. Oh, there it is. I haven't finished assembling it. So let me do that now. Well, let me just take the moment to say that, wow, that is huge. Absolutely humongous. I mean, I have yet to build a 1/48 scale Gundam kit, the mega size kits yet. And, you know, I've seen them in person, and yeah, they're big. But I think this dwarfs what I just made right now with the other two. I have two. I have the RX-78-2, which I want to build this year, as well as the Unicorn. But to build this guy is wow. You know what? Maybe I should take a break on building huge mobile robots, because this thing. I don't. Well, luckily I bought an extra shelf. Let me take this off, and then we're going to put him here. There we go. All right. Ooh. Oh, that's right. These things come off easily, and that's because it has to do the rocket punch type thing, which, in all due fairness, whoops, it's a great idea, great gimmick. Just be aware that this does not come with a stand for you to hold up the arms to do the scene where it's in flight mode, and it's, you know, whatever. Jesus Christ, I can't believe this. See, if Master Grade Curios came out during the month of my birthday, that would have been great. Not that I'm complaining, but I like what I'm seeing here. Alright, so I'm doing close-up shots here so you guys can see this, and there's some parts that I have not sanded off and cleaned up yet, but that's because I'm going to take this kit apart. But again, the level of detail that you're seeing here in regards to the everywhere is ridiculous on how to, you know, it's like if somebody, okay, so I have not watched the Infinity version or the OVA of this series, of this character, and I have to get a chance to look at it, but still, it's great. It's great to see something like this. And I don't have the batteries yet to put the LEDs in the back so the lights light up, so I apologize that I don't have that, obviously for specific reasons. It would have been nice if this whole section is lit up to fire off that beam effect type thing, but I wouldn't be surprised if somebody's pretty much fiber opting everything in here just to do something like that. The wings, on the other hand, is the big, you know, big thing that I'm a bit like taken back. Let me turn them around so we can see everything from behind. So same thing here. I haven't closed up everything because I'm going to pop it out, and then I don't have to worry about gluing them together because it is part of the seam lines, but I just need to sand them down so it looks good. But this whole section here is very pretty how you see this. I'm looking into maybe the possibility now with so many segments here, how it's divvied up and everything else. I'm actually considering maybe doing two-tone reds and separating it in specific areas. The same thing could say for the black, but two-tone black, there's no such thing, unless, you know, it would be black and maybe a dark gray, but then you'll have the dark gray parts as well. Then you have the ship in here in the head. That's also a little bit, you know, a little bit of detail work as well. And surprisingly, you would think with all this added onto this kit, why not the figure? A 1/60th scale figure shouldn't be that hard to make. And I didn't see it in the manual or in the box. So I'm a little, confused. Why they wouldn't want to splurge that? I did comment before that, how big these hands are, whether it's the fist hands or the open hands. You couldn't make manipulator hands? I mean, we can do the technology on a perfect grade kit. Hell, I think even the original 1/60th scale kits, not the the original 1/60th scale kits like the Exia or the Strike or the Impulse, those had manipulator fingers. You couldn't do it for this one? Doesn't make any sense. Still, it is a big, big boy. Now, I think I mentioned this before. This comes with these little weird support pads that go under the feet, and I think it's meant to support it, or it is part of the design. I don't know. I guess I'll have to watch the anime to understand it, but I guess this is one way of holding it up if you don't want it to fall back. Okay, there are the gimmicks where you can remove these two little parts and put the blades on, so it does like a little lariat type attack or rocket punch, whatever. And it also has the ability to bend your elbows to fire, some beam effect here and here. I'm not going to pop that out as well. That's probably going to be, I'll paint it and have it ready to do it on display for once, and a one-time deal, and that's it. But with this being said, I have to say that now that I'm looking at this, how I'm going to tackle the painting is going to be a big, big chore, especially the split because of each part, which is absolutely gorgeous when you see that. So me saying about doing modulated painting for like two-tone paints for the red is one thing, but I don't think I can do that for the black and the purple. I have some ideas that I have been kind of like doing some research on this and see if I can figure this out, and hopefully I do. So I'm going to give me some time to do some testing with some paints, like I mentioned before. I'm going to use the plastic spoons to help me out with this and try to figure out how I'm going to approach this. This is not going to be something quick, but I'm taking my sweet little time making it. It is a big kit, and I'm hoping to get my shelf ready so I can put this up. It's not going to go next to two other 1/60th scale kits that I have, which actually I have a little more than that. So I wanted to show off an example of how big this kit is. First up, 1/60th scale, perfect grade, Unicorn Gundam. Destroy mode version. I thought that was big. I was wrong. I have the Exia Trans Am version, but because it's in the base and I don't feel like popping it out, and I decided to pull out its substitute. The no grade 1/60th scale Exia, which does not want to stay up for whatever reason. There we go. So if you guys are planning to get this kit, this is what you're going to expect. If you're planning to put it up on a wall, or on your shelf, or on your desk, it's big. So make some room, kick somebody out of your house if you have to, but when you get this, be prepared for this beautiful little kit. So yeah, I'm very, very happy. This is not the end of the video. This is just the end of me building it. I'm going to prepare to take it apart. I'm going to prepare to clean it up. Again, I said before that the wings are split. I'm going to have to glue them on and see and make sure it's nice and smooth. And then I'm going to be testing out paints. and see where we go with this. And just to give you a heads up, also, I did get some primer from Gundam Planet. Picked up this, and I finally picked up Mr. Color Level Ink Thinner. Thinner was great. The thinner that I have is okay, but I really like the leveling thinner. Is a lot better. All right, let's now move on to the painting phase of me painting 1/60th scale Mazinger Z.